project using Sale-A-Bration 2014 free products is going to feature the See You Later stamp set with our See You Later alligator greeting and the decorative dots embossing folder. That's going to create this faux alligator skin for the back of the card. Let me show you how I made this. This is the new decorative dots textured embossing folder that Stampin' Up has brought out for Sale-A-Bration. When I first thought it, I thought crocodile skin. Doesn't this look like crocodile skin to anybody else? And then I took another look, and this stamp set has a great saying that says, "See you later, alligator, already miss you." So I thought, how do we take this piece of paper and make it look like alligator skin? So here's what I did. Once you've got it embossed, I'm just going to take some early espresso ink. So the cardstock itself is wild wasabi, but any of the greens will work. And then I'm going to just gently go direct to paper on top. So you don't want to press too hard. You're just going over the knots that are on the paper. And just trying to give them all coverage. So you can already see there that we've got the coloring right now for our alligator skin. The next thing I want to do is give it some gloss. So in order to do that, I'm going to take a Versamark and again apply it direct to paper. Now, take a look at this Versamark pad. It is not in good shape. If yours is pristine, you're going to want to let this dry entirely. But since mine's, let's face it, wrecked already, we can just go ahead and just do direct to paper right over top. This time I want to really work that ink onto here because I don't want any part of this paper uncovered. We want to make sure that we can get embossing powder onto all of it. So keep going until the whole thing is covered up. And then I'm going to just take and put my piece of paper into a tray to maintain all the clear embossing powder that I'm putting on top now. So just go ahead, cover that entire surface with clear embossing powder. Move that out of the way. We're going to give it a good shake here to make sure that there's powder on everything. Turn it over. I always like to tap it a couple times with my fingers. I don't know if that's just habit or if there's a science behind it. And then we have this. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and emboss this entire top surface. So I'm just going to keep embossing it. If you take your heat tool and go straight down onto the paper, it's not going to blow around on you. And just keep moving it over the paper in circles. You'll find that, there we go, it starts to melt, and we're just going to melt the entire thing. As the heat tool warms up, you of course can go a little bit faster. And I can already see the alligator skin coming to life here. There we go, that should all be done. The one thing I always like to do is just take it. It can be hot, so handle it gently and just move it around and make sure that it's consistently glossy, that there aren't any pieces that are still matte, meaning that I need to go over it a second time. You can see that by adding the glossy finish to it with the clear embossing powder, it hasn't changed the color at all, but it's definitely made it look more skin-like. So let's go ahead now and I'll show you the finished card. So now that we've got this piece completed, I'm just going to go on and complete the card. If you thought that this piece wasn't shiny enough, you can just go over it a second time with all the embossing powder if you wish. So to complete the card, I'm going to have a Whisper White card here. I'm going to layer some early espresso cardstock on top of it, and then my alligator looking piece. And then I've cut out some pieces with the Starburst framelits from Stampin' Up. So in this case, I've used the second and the third size. The third size is obviously this largest one. And then I did two of the smaller size. So early espresso and wild wasabi again. And because I want to just bring all the colors together in this card, I'm going to put that one down, cut in half. And then on top of it, I'm going to put this circle there. So you can see that it's just bringing all of our colors together. Now I have my See You Later alligator, already miss you greeting from the See You Later stamp set. I'm just going to add a fish tail, or I guess in this case it would be an alligator tail to this. So just cut down the middle and then just come in from either side until you meet. And that gives you the tail that you want. So we can just go ahead and assemble this card. I'm going to use snail to assemble it. I am going to put some dimensionals underneath the Calypso coral piece, just so it sticks better to the alligator skin looking piece, and for the greeting on top as well, just to give it some added height. So I'll go ahead and assemble that, and then I've got the finished card for you. So here is the finished card after everything's been put together, all the layers are in place. I lined the greeting piece here, the Whisper White up, with the edge of the faux alligator, I guess rather than crocodile, faux alligator piece right there. And the card is good to go. You can see some layers underneath. So this is one of your options for Sale-A-Bration, the See You Later stamp set.